Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and today is our bi-weekly massage chair industry update for Monday, June 10th, 2024. We hope you're into the full swing of summer. We still have some snow melting off the mountains here, and the rivers and the creeks are quite high with water. It's been a good year for moisture here in the western desert of Utah, and we're grateful for that. But boy, it's getting warm now, that's for sure. Lots of yard work. Lots of sore backs because of yard work, and lots of people who need massage chairs. There you go. Well, anyways, there's some Father's Day sales right now going on, and it's the same ones as last month pretty much. So there's not much of a difference. Last month, but when I say last month, I mean like for Memorial Day and Mother's Day, and now we've got the Father's Day. A lot of these sales will end at the end of this month. Ogawa, Svago, some Osaki sales. There's lots of things going on, and this is a very good time of the year to buy a chair, because the two most popular times of the year are the Father's Day interval and the Black Friday in November. So those are usually good times to get chairs. So now's a good time. We finally have the Supernovo X from Human Touch in our Arizona showroom. It's a strong chair. My manager, Sean, observed some of the same things I did when I tried the chair out at CES in Las Vegas back in January, but it is a strong chair, stronger than the Supernovo. So if you're familiar with the Supernovo, which has been their flagship chair for a long time, this chair is a stronger chair. It has the interchangeable side panels and back pads, so you can change colors and mix and match the side panels on the armrests and the back pads to have whatever color coordination you want. And what's kind of cool about that is if you ever want to change the color theme of the room you're in, say next year or a few years down the road, you can change the color coordination of the chair through the side panels and the back pads, which are the predominantly visible areas of the chair when you sit it in your living room or your bedroom or your family room. We also, I believe I mentioned this 2 weeks ago, we started carrying the Panasonic chairs again. We've got the Panasonic MAK1, which retails for $12,499. And then we also, we have at our disposal the MAF1. We don't have that on our website yet. It's a lower priced Panasonic. I believe it's priced around the $69.99 price point. But anyways, that chair we will probably have on our website within the next week or so. But anyways, Panasonic chairs, they're typically designed and engineered in Japan. Now they're all built in China now, but the technology and the engineering is Japanese. And I'll be talking a little bit more about Panasonic during my closing comments of this broadcast. Our Massage Chair Massage Chair Relief live podcast. Last month we had Michael Rodeski, who is the owner of Massage Cecil Welt in Germany. He's in Stuttgart, Germany. Massage Cecil Welt means Massage Chair World. And he and his wife, Manuela, they started a business not long ago, early 2020s. And they started importing a bunch of chairs without actually going through any one distributor. And so kind of similar to what we do now. But the issue was that it was very hard for them to coordinate having parts and having support for each of the different chair models that they carried from different companies. So they kind of consolidated. I think at one point they said they had like 35 models or something outrageous, but it was just too much of a logistical nightmare for them and a support nightmare. So they now have brought in kind of their own brands of chairs that are built in the same factories as many of the chairs they had before, but branded for their own company. And Michael's very informative fellow. You can go to our YouTube channel or our Facebook page or our Twitter account, and you can see the recording of that podcast. It was very interesting. We had some good commentary and feedback from people who were attending the podcast, and it was just a different perspective from a different market, a different demographic to some degree. But very interesting stuff talking to Michael about that. He's German. He has a strong German accent, but his English is fantastic. But I was raised in a German home, and my mother and father both had strong German accents. And I kind of got used to listening to their accents, so it wasn't hard for me to hear Michael out. So maybe someone else might think, oh, I couldn't understand some of his words. I will tell you though, as a young man or a boy being raised in a German household, my mother was from Berlin, my father was from Dresden, and they came after World War II, a few years after World War II, and my mother. Well, I'll tell you, I grew up around my mother, and she. I think I was like 18 years old or something, 17 or 18 years old, when a friend of mine said, "Man, your mother's got a strong accent." I go, "What? My mother has a strong accent? You're kidding me. Like, what accent?" They go, "German accent." I said, "No way." And I remember sharing this with my sister, and she says, "Yeah, I never noticed any accent in my mother." Well, now that I've moved away and I've lived away from home for, well, I moved out in 1988. 1988. I moved away from Canada in 1988 for good. So it's been that many years since I've been around her, on a relatively regular basis. And now when I hear her accent, when I hear her talk, I go, "Man, you've got an accent." And it's kind of interesting. You become accustomed to what you live with. And so I was very accustomed to hearing my mother speak German, or speak with a German accent, my father too. And I never noticed any accent at all of them growing up. Now, yeah, okay, I get it. They're very German. But anyways, I got just sidetracked there. I wasn't planning on talking about that. Sorry about that. But I was thinking about Michael and his strong German accent, but his English is fantastic, impeccable, really. And he has a lot of neat insights that he's garnered from being in the business, having his own distributorship in Europe. And although he caters primarily to the Germanic countries like Switzerland, Germany, and Austria, he has delivered some chairs to Italy and Spain, and they try not to do that because the language becomes too much of a barrier for them to offer support, which makes sense. But anyways, that was in May, and you can see the recording, like I said. But this month, June, on June 20th, we have Michael Kugure, who's the CEO of US Jacqueline, which is the distributor of Daiwa massage chairs here in the United States. And if you recall, Michael was supposed to be on the call I think in early May. And something came up and he couldn't make it, or maybe it was the end of April. I can't recall. But anyways, we've rescheduled, and he's going to be here on June 20th. It's going to be 1:00 p.m. Pacific, 2:00 Mountain, 3:00 Central, and 4:00 Eastern time. I had to think about it for a minute because our broadcast with Michael in Germany was like different because he's 8 hours later, and he was up there. He was talking to us at like late at night, 10 o'clock at night. And so I just had to make sure I got those hours straightened out. So anyways, if you have any questions about the Daiwa chairs, the Daiwa Supreme Hybrid, the Pegasus, any of their models, or if you have any questions about their business model, or anything going forward with Daiwa, Michael will be here. His first language is Japanese. I've asked that originally his daughter was going to come on the broadcast with us and speak and maybe translate some of the terms that that weren't clear, and for him and for us. But apparently she can't make it. I just found that out today. But we're hoping that someone else from his company will be able to come and do any necessary translating or clarifications of words that are not discernible in either language. So, anyways. Looking forward to having that. So mark it in your calendar, June 20th, to listen to Michael Kugure, my conversation with Michael Kugure regarding the Daiwa massage chairs, and of course maybe about the industry as a whole. People don't realize this, but Daiwa has been around almost as long as Human Touch in the United States. Human Touch has been here, like over 45 years, and I believe Michael and Daiwa or US Jacqueline have been around almost as long. So this is a seasoned veteran in the massage chair industry, and it'll be interesting to talk to him. Luraco has upgraded their chair that in such a way that their i9 or actually all their chairs, such that the owner's manual is now going to be part of the remote control database. So their computer, their remote control is like a little computer, a mini computer. It's kind of formatted in the way of a smartphone, but it has its own computer. It is its own computer. So they can upgrade things on your computer. Like they have some health charts and they have some other features that you don't see on other remote controls. Well, now they're going to be sending their every chair shipment that goes out will have the owner's manual on the remote control, or is part of the data in the remote control. Of course, you can still get the owner's manuals from our website. We have under our support tab, we have the massage chair owner's manuals, and you can click on the one you have if it's one that we carry that we're presently carrying, and you can download that owner's manual from our website. But from going forward, don't expect to see a hard copy paper owner's manual in any of the Luraco chairs. Okay. Now, what I wanted to finish up with a little bit, I wanted to talk about AI, and I don't know much about AI. I know probably as much as the general layman. But however, I've done a little homework on AI just to understand exactly what it is, because if you've done any amount of searching or learning about massage chairs, you see the term AI being thrown around, either in the name of a chair or a feature that it has. And I have trouble swallowing the definite or the AI moniker as a legitimate artificial intelligence in massage chairs. With all due respect to the massage chair industry, it is not that advanced. And I don't believe that we have the closest thing I can think of to AI in our industry would be the Panasonic MAJ7 and the MAK1, which has it's a feedback mechanism, a dynamic fluid feedback mechanism of the rollers that will feel the tension of your muscles in your back and adjust the intensity of the rollers based on the feedback from the rollers. And there are sensors in the chair, and I understand it gets like about 1,000 points of data in every second or minute. It's something outrageous, and it can adjust the massage pressure and the massage depth and the massage intensity based on the feedback from those sensors. That is like live, real-time changes to the function of a chair based on the human input. Now, it's not something that you conscientiously input it. It's just the chair reading the tension on the muscles of your back. Now, that is still not true AI, but it is the closest thing that we have in our industry to AI. Now, of course, Panasonic has limited features. They don't have L-tracks and some other thing, arm rollers and whatnot, but the chairs are very good chairs. And the feedback mechanism, it's part of the body scanning feature. And body scanning on most chairs is basically the chair trying to figure out with the rollers, trying to figure out where the rollers go relative to the shoulders and the base of your skull. Because if they don't do that, they're going to go too high and they're going to knock on your head. And if you've ever had massage chair rollers beaten on your skull, for the most part, it's very uncomfortable. Some people will tell me, "Oh man, I love it when the rollers go and hit the back of my skull." What? Well, first of all, it didn't scan you right. And so that's why they're hitting the back of your head. But if they don't scan you right going up, they might scan you wrong going down. So it'll think that the base of your skull is down here at the shoulders. And so you're not going to get a massage on your neck. That is what a body scan basically entails. And many chairs now have the electronic leg extender during the scan. So it can kind of figure out, there are sensors in the feet that'll figure out where your feet are. And when they've come up and they're flush with the bottom of the foot massager, it'll stop. So it's kind of scanning your feet too. But if that's AI, it's extremely rudimentary. As a matter of fact, I don't even think it's AI. Now there's some chairs now, and we're seeing more and more of them that have these health sensors. Like they'll send, some of them will sense your blood, your pulse, your perspiration. It also, of course, does the body scan to figure out where your muscles might be a little more tender or tight. And that is what we typically call like a chair doctor or a health machine, or there's different names from different companies. But there is a feedback mechanism. In other words, the sensors will feel, based on the sensors, it'll tell the chair okay, this is their pulse rate. This is where perspiration rate is this. The rollers are kind of hitting some tight muscles in these areas, and then it'll usually display something that'll kind of give you a summary of everything that it finds. Well, that is again very rudimentary. Even if you can call it AI, that would be rudimentary AI. And I don't really feel like that is AI. That is sensors. Those are sensors. And we've had sensors for years. Sensors for your finger, for your oxygen saturation. Oh, and I think some of them also measure that. You have sensors that measure the pulse. You even have sensors now that can measure your blood pressure. And those are sensors. That's not AI. Now, those sensors can be used at some point when AI has developed enough to start to penetrate the massage chair industry. Those things can be used at some point, I'm sure, but how they're going to be used, we have no idea. And the massage chair industry, a massage chair, they've come a long ways with rollers and, rollers on the back, rollers on the arms, rollers on the feet and calves, with airbags, different uses of airbags. But really, this is not like, Silicon Valley, where they're just coming up with new technologies every single day that are being patented and trademarked. Now, Luraco might argue with me on that one because they have all kinds of patents pending and whatnot. But this is not the computer age for massage chairs just yet. But we're going to get there, and I don't know how it's going to look. I mean, I could see a day where they might scan your posture, or the chair will record every millimeter of your posture, and it will give feedback to the chair based on how the posture might change over the course of the massage. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but don't get carried away when you hear AI. This chair has AI, and I'll tell you, I get asked a lot of that now, especially since ChatGPT. As a matter of fact, only since ChatGPT has become a thing, and now you've got these other Gemini from Google and other iterations of AI. This is a whole different cup of tea that we're talking about when you're talking about an entire technology. Now, that Tesla or the electric cars, primarily Tesla, they use feedback based on cameras and sensors and monitors in the car to give feedback to the mothership of data for Tesla, and that helps them to determine. That's what autonomous automobiles are. I mean, have you ever seen an autonomous automobile? I mean, I've seen them in Arizona when I first opened the store back in 2019. But there was always someone driving it. There was always someone in the driver's seat. I went back there 2 months ago to visit my store, and I pulled up next to an autonomous one of those, and they have the little fans on the top. I can't remember what the name of the cars are, but they have little fans on the top, so you can spot them a ways away. And I drove up, and then I looked over, and I double taked because there was nobody in the driver's seat, and they were in the turning lane going left. I'm thinking, what the fat crap is this? This is another progression in AI technology for cars, and it's based on feedback mechanisms galore. Because it's a car driving with other cars and people in them, live people who are prone to injury and damage if there's an accident. They've got to have mega feedback coming back from from car to main database, back to car, and then affecting the function of the car as it drives. So anyways, AI, I looked up a couple of definitions of it, and this is what I found. It's the science of making machines that can think like humans. It can do things that are considered smart. AI technology can process large amounts of data in ways unlike humans. And then another definition from IBM was AI is technology that enables computers and machines to simulate human intelligence and problem-solving capabilities. And I thought about that. How can that be applied to massage chairs? I don't know. Maybe massage chairs will become so advanced at some future time, and I can't see this happening in the immediate future. And when I say immediate future, I can't see major progression in this in 5 years. But you know how computers are; it could happen. Things happen so fast once the innovation has been created. But who knows how that's going to look? I don't know how that's going to look. And I'm a left brain guy. I'm not very creative in my mind. I'm not very artistic. I can't imagine things in my mind before they happen very well. I have to be kind of guided. Left brain, I need to have instructions, an owner's manual, if you will, a recipe, if you will, and then I can kind of start to see how things work. But AI is a different cat, and it's we're just barely scratching the surface in the world of what AI can do, let alone in a niche market like the massage chairs. But anyways, that's something to be aware of. But if you see AI, remember when I used to kind of be a little critical of things like 4D massage rollers and chromotherapy, and I can't even remember some of the other things. There's some things that have kind of grind me the wrong way. And I talk about it, and I've talked about it over the years. I can't remember them all now, but there are some things that I think were not really as amazing as the features we were led to believe regarding certain features. And this is kind of what I think about AI. Now, for a techie who sees this sensor that they're holding and seeing the display on the screen, it's pretty cool. It is cool. It's making a read. It's diagnosing some objective signs of your body. Pulse, perspiration, heart rate, or oxygen saturation. It's reading that stuff, but it's not really doing a tremendous amount with the body that you would consider it AI. So maybe it is AI. This might be the infancy of AI in massage chairs, but sensors, they've been around forever with regards to the healthcare industry, like sensors, like I mentioned earlier. So it's nothing I get too fired up about. But as these things come to light, of course, we are going to be reviewing it and checking it out and seeing how legit it is and how much different it is from what we see right now, from the technology we have right now. Anyways, I've yacked on just a little bit too much on that one. I'm sorry, but this is a topic. This is a topic that we hear a lot of, and I know that guys like myself, guys and gals that sell massage chairs, are having questions asked about this to them, and I hope this. This is the AI gospel according to Al Widener. I'm not saying that I'm spot on or right or anything like that, but I think it's a little premature to start saying that we have AI in massage chairs. Maybe it's a very primitive form of it, but this is not. There's a lot ahead of us, I think, with technology in this industry and many, many other industries when they start to really grab a hold of AI and how it's going to affect the user experience. But anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please feel free to thumbs up, like us on our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can always call us at 888-259-5380. You can chat with us online. You can call us, text us through the same phone number, the 888 phone number. You can go on our YouTube channel or on our Twitter page or Instagram. You can ask questions there, and we will most certainly answer them for you. Anyways, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and I hope you have a great couple of weeks. See you then. Bye-bye.